Hello everyone, and happy read across to Iowa. My name is Macy Cook, and I am Delaware County's 2023 Beef Queen. Today I will be reading to you My Family's Beef Farm by Katie Olthoff. Hi, I'm Cecilia. This is my mom, dad, brother, and sister. We live and work together on our family's farm. The Rowe family lives in central Iowa. Tanner is a farmer and Laura works for an agricultural company. Cecilia is 10 years old, Ben is 8, Adeline is 6. About 1 million farmers and ranchers in the U.S. raise cattle. Farmers grow food. They also work hard to care for the land and livestock. On our farm, we raise corn, soybeans, and beef cattle. We also have a dog, 3 ponies, and 2 horses. Iowa is home to more than 26,000 cattle farms. 97% of farms in the U.S. are family farms like Cecilia's. Livestock. Farm animals including cattle, hogs, sheep, goats, poultry, and others. Companion animals, pets like dogs, cats, ponies, and horses. Cattle are important to my family. My great-great-great-grandpa was a farmer. He taught my great-great-grandpa how to care for the land and animals. Then my great-great-grandpa taught my great-grandpa, who taught Grandpa Glenn. Grandpa Glenn taught my dad. My dad is teaching my brother, sister, and me. Here is a picture of their family farm in 1914. So that was quite a while ago. The Rowe family settled in Iowa in the 1860s. They raised a variety of crops and livestock. Over the years, many farmers in Iowa began specializing in one type of livestock. Since the turn of the century, the Rowe family's farm has focused on cattle. And here's another picture of her Grandpa Glenn with his grandpa in the mid-1950s on the same place where she lives. Some of our cattle are born on my grandpa's cow-calf farm. He has 100 mama cows who live out here on pasture. There's plenty of fresh grass for all the cattle to eat and water for them to drink. Pasture. A pasture is a grassy fenced-in field where livestock like cattle can eat and live. Pastures help prevent erosion. The roots from the grass hold soil in place on hilly land. Every year, the cows have a baby called a calf. The calves are born on the pasture. A calf is a cow's baby. Most of the time, calves are born on their own, but when a farmer is expecting calves, he checks on the cows every 2 to 3 hours, even during the night. A new calf weighs about 70 pounds. It can walk just 1 hour after its birth. The calf stays with its mom for about 6 months, drinking her milk and learning to eat grass. An average calf weighs about 70 pounds at birth, and an average third grader weighs about 50 to 60 pounds. Grandpa moves the cows and calves from one part of the pasture to another about once a week. This way, they can have fresh grass to eat. He also checks on them several times a week to make sure they are all healthy. Farmers want to use the land efficiently, growing as much food as possible with the land that is available. Rotational grazing, moving the cows frequently to different paddocks of grass. One way farmers use the land carefully to grow a lot of food. Farmers and ranchers make continuous improvements to protect the environment. Modern beef farms are more efficient, requiring less water, land, and energy. When the calves are about 6 months old, they begin eating grass and grain. These cattle are beef cattle raised for their meat. Other breeds are dairy cattle raised mostly for their milk and also beef. There are many different breeds of cattle. Each breed has a distinct characteristics, including different colors of hair. Some are bigger, some are smaller, and some are better for warmer climates, and some are better for cooler climates. There are more than 70 different breeds of cattle in the U.S. Cattle eat grass for most of their lives. People can't eat grass, but cattle can. They eat food that we can't eat, then turn it into yummy beef or milk. Ruminants, animals that can eat grass, including cattle, goats, and sheep. Ruminants have 4 compartments in their stomach that help them digest the grass. There are many different ways to raise cattle. Some cattle live on pasture for their whole lives. Other cattle move to feed yards. There, they live in open lots or barns. When Grandpa's calves are about 550 pounds, they move to the feed yard on our farm. Farmers use different housing systems depending on the climate and their individual farms. Sustainability, raising cattle in a way that they are environmentally sound, economically viable, and socially responsible. Farmers consider sustainability when making decisions on their farm. No matter where cattle are raised, the farmers like my dad and grandpa take care of them every day. Farmers are dedicated to the care of their livestock, whether it's New Year's Day or 4th of July. Farmers will be working without a day off, even in a blizzard or a thunderstorm. They will take care of their animals. Every morning, we get up early to feed our cattle. These 3 calves belong to my brother, sister, and me. We take special care of them. In the summer, we take them to the county fair, but most of our cattle live in open yards or these barns. Show cattle are cattle that are raised for competitions at county fair and state fairs. The best cattle on the farm are taken to livestock shows where farm kids can show off their animals and the way they care for them. The cattle get vaccines to keep them healthy, just like my brother, sister, and I do. If the cattle do get sick, Dad and Grandpa work with a veterinarian to make them healthy again. Cattle may receive antibiotics when they are sick. The antibiotics do not affect the quality or safety of meat. Veterinarian, a doctor for animals. Veterinarians monitor the cow and calf's health. Veterinarians, or vets for short, attend college for 4 years and then a college of veterinary medicine for 4 more years. We grow corn to feed our cattle. They love the corn and grow quickly when they eat it. Dad uses a special feed recipe and mixes the corn with other ingredients. He changes the recipe as the cattle grow. Why do farmers feed cattle corn? Corn is high in energy, which helps cattle grow quickly and efficiently. Some corn is made into ethanol, a fuel like gasoline. After the ethanol is made, distiller grains are left over and the cattle can eat these too. Efficient, preventing the wasteful use of a particular resource. We recycle the cattle manure to fertilize the fields. Then the fields grow more corn for the next year. The floor in the barns is covered with corn stalk bedding. The manure can be scooped up and used as fertilizer on the fields. The manure contains important nutrients that improve the soil and make the corn grow better. Recycling the manure and corn stalks is another example of how farmers and ranchers practice sustainability and efficiency. The calves come to our farm when they are about 6 months old. They stay here for about 200 days. Dad feeds them once a day. He checks on them 2 more times each day. Dad makes sure the cattle are healthy and comfortable. Cattle rations, a carefully balanced, nutritious diet that is developed with a livestock nutritionist and changes as the cattle grow. Beef Quality Assurance, or BQA. The Beef Quality Assurance Program was created in 1987 and includes research, training, and certification that helps farmers and ranchers provide the best care for their cattle. The handling and care of more than 90% of feed yard cattle is influenced by this program. When the cattle weigh about 1,300 pounds, we sell them. They are made into beef and other things that we eat and use every day. More than 1,000 quarter-pound hamburgers can be made from a 1,300-pound steer, as well as steaks, ribs, and roast. There are 38 cuts or types of lean beef. One serving of lean beef is 3 ounces, which provides 10 nutrients your body needs each day for about 150 calories. One 3-ounce serving of beef is about the size of a deck of cards or a cell phone. Did you know footballs are made from cow's hide, and lipstick, and glue? They all have ingredients from cattle too. Cattle provides us with many other byproducts. Byproducts are parts of the cow that are not meat. Byproducts come from hide, fat, bones, organs, blood, and the feed. They are used to make different things for people to use. But the best thing that comes from beef is beef. My brother loves hamburgers. My sister and I love sloppy joes. Mom and Dad love steaks with potatoes. Beef provides more than 10% of the daily value for 10 essential nutrients. The nutrients in beef help you grow. Zinc helps you think and improves your memory. Iron carries oxygen to your blood and gives you energy. Protein makes your muscles strong. Most of the beef you buy is considered natural, meaning it is minimally processed and contains no additives. When I grow up, I want to be a veterinarian. I want to help care for the animals, but for now, I'm glad I live on my family's farm, my beef cattle farm. Here, I get to help my family take care of cattle every day. There are many different jobs that make the beef industry successful, such as a farmer. A farmer is someone who cares for the animals every day. A veterinarian, which is a doctor for animals. An animal nutritionist, someone who develops diets to keep animals healthy and help them grow. An animal scientist, someone who researches the best ways to care for the cattle, ways to make food safer, and other topics. And here's the glossary. A few more beef byproducts that are made of leather, which is from the cowhide, which could be clothing, shoes, boots, belts, purses, wallets. Other household products could be shaving cream, dog food, ceramics, crayons, gelatin, and glue, and many others. Now I'm going to take you on a little tour on my farm.